Opposition nominee P.A. Sangma saw the Election Commission's intervention for a fresh probe into his objections against the candidature of UPA nominee Pranab Mukherjee, levelling new allegations that he was still holding 2 more offices of profit as the Vice President of Bir Brahm Institute of Technology and Chairman of Rabindra Bharati Society, which forms the Rabindra Bharati University. Expressing dissatisfaction over the returning officers' dismissal of their complaint, a 3-member delegation on behalf of Sangma met the Election Commission, which gave them time to present their written submission on their demand by Monday evening.
Pranab Mukherjee continues to be an office bearer of 2 more offices of profit. One is Bir Brahm Institute of Engineering and Technology. He is Vice President of that. And 2, he is Chairman of Rabindra Bharati Society, which forms the university, Rabindra Bharati University. So it is not only Indian Statistical Institute, but we have brought to the notice of the Election Commission that it is possible because our investigations are not complete. The Election Commission, after giving us a patient hearing, agreed to receive our written submission on this matter on Monday, and they will give an order after that on what the Election Commission will or will not propose to do.
UPA presidential candidate Pranab Mukherjee today said that although the president holds a constitutional post, he plays a very vital role during complicated political situations. On touring the northeastern region from where another presidential candidate P.A. Sangma hailed, Mukherjee said that he will not comment on any presidential candidate and that he was overwhelmed by the love, affection and friendship shown for him by the legislators from the northeastern region.
Northeast India is an integral part of the country. Development of this region is important from the national point of view and also from the international point of view, because government's look-east policy will facilitate interaction with all the neighboring countries through the northeastern region.
Karnataka Chief Minister Sadananda Gowda has said that he was ready to accept any decision of the party high command. Sources say that the BJP high command has decided to replace Sadananda Gowda with B.H. Yediyurappa's loyalist Jagdish Shettar as the next Karnataka Chief Minister. Apparently, the decision was taken at the party's core group meeting.
I said that whatever decision that central government gives, I am prepared to accept. That means if they ask for to quit the post, I am prepared. If they ask me to continue, I will continue.
RTI activist and Team Anna member Akhil Gogoi has been attacked in Assam's Nalbari district. He is injured and currently in hospital. A Congress councillor has been arrested for the attack on the RTI activist. The police said that he was visiting flood-affected areas when he was attacked with sticks and sharp weapons.
देखिए, हमें बताया गया कि कल वो एक बाढ़ ग्रसित इलाके में गए थे और वहाँ पे उन पर हमला किया गया। ये तो मीडिया के कुछ लोग थे उनके साथ जिन्होंने उन्हें बचा लिया। ऐसा लगता है जिस किस्म का हमला हुआ है कि उनकी जान लेने की कोशिश की गई थी। और अखिल गोगोई भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ असम में एक बुलंद आवाज़ हैं। स्पेशली गरीबों के भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ वो लड़ते हैं, राशन पे भ्रष्टाचार, नरेगा पे भ्रष्टाचार। अगर कांग्रेस के लोग इस तरह से भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ आवाज़ उठाने वालों का कत्ल करेंगे तो इसके ऊपर एक बहुत प्रश्न चिन्ह खड़ा होता है। सेंटर में वो लोकपाल बिल पारित नहीं करते।
The Mumbai police say that they have received information that the child kidnapped from Mumbai's Chhatrapati Shivaji terminus last month could be in Haridwar. The police have got a message from the Haridwar police with some crucial information in this regard.
पिछले कुछ दिनों से जिस तरह से मीडिया में चल रहा था लगातार कि एक बच्ची है जिसको एक आदमी जो लंगड़ा के चलता है वो मुंबई से किडनैप करके लाया है। हम लोगों के पुलिस वालों को भी इसका जानकारी था। आज मॉर्निंग में एक आदमी जो उसी हुलिये का था जिस तरह का मीडिया में चल रहा था, हम लोग के 2 कांस्टेबल पंकज और दिलवर, जो कि ये रेलवे स्टेशन के बाहर पिकेट ड्यूटी पे थे, इन लोगों ने देखा कि हाँ रेलवे स्टेशन के बाहर पिकेट ड्यूटी पे थे। इन लोगों ने जब देखा कि एक आदमी जिसका हुलिया उसी हुलिये से मैच कर रहा है, जो कि टीवी पे दिखाया जा रहा है और बच्ची को भी कैरी कर रहा है, तो इनको डाउट हुआ कि ये वही आदमी हो सकता है जिसके बारे में पिछले कुछ दिनों से लगातार मीडिया में आ रहा है। इसकी इंटीमेशन इन्होंने जो चौकी इंचार्ज था उसको दिया। चौकी इंचार्ज मौके पे पहुंचा और जो आदमी है इसको लेकर के जब चौकी पे गए और इससे पूछताछ किया गया तो इसने बताया कि वही शख्स है जो मुंबई से बच्ची को किडनैप करके चला था और पिछले 10-12 दिन से ये हरिद्वार में रह रहा था।
Senior BJP leaders met Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, urging him to ban building any more dams across the river Ganga and take strict measures to clean and restore the river. The delegation, including Lal Krishna Advani, Nitin Gadkari, Sushma Swaraj, Arun Jaitley, Uma Bharti, Bhuvan Chandra Kanduri and Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank, met Singh at his residence in New Delhi. Nishank said that the purity and sanctity of the river is affected after crossing northern Haridwar city and steps need to be taken in this regard.
उन्होंने आश्वस्त किया है कि वो धारी देवी को डूबने नहीं देंगे और बांध भी बनेगा और धारी देवी का अस्तित्व भी बरकरार रहेगा। ये अभी मोटा ये इसका निष्कर्ष निकला है, इसलिए उन्होंने जयंती नटराजन जी को भी ये जिम्मेदारी दी है।
2 army personnel were injured in a militant attack at the highway town of Pampore in Pulwama district in Kashmir. Unidentified militants opened fire on the 2 at Kadalbal area at Pampore on Srinagar-Jammu National Highway. Security forces have sealed the area and further details of the incident are awaited. Law Minister Salman Khurshid has said that the judges in India's apex courts have their work cut as there is immense responsibility on them to deliver under pressure. He said that in many countries of the world, the lawyers get a stipulated time to argue his case, while in India there is no such limit and it can even stretch up to a month. He also added that the judges in the Supreme Court have a huge responsibility on their shoulder and their job is very demanding, sometimes even checking up to 90 cases a day.
In the highest courts of the land, decisions are being taken because of the compulsion in which today we find ourselves in terms of the number of filings, in the terms of pendency of cases, the pressure on judges, the enormous time that's taken by the number of cases the judges have to deal with every week, every month, every year. Now we don't have the leisure and we don't have the facility and felicity, if you like, that the American Supreme Court, for instance, has, and many other courts in the world have, which is that the American Supreme Court decides 90 cases a year. And beyond 90 cases, they just say, well, this is a question to be decided some other time. 90 cases and no more. Our judges look at 90 cases in one day. I mean, it's a huge contrast. And then we say our judges don't work hard enough.
Even as the overall flood situation continued to improve in Assam, the toll in floods and landslides has touched 121 as more bodies were recovered, with waters receding in most parts. As many as 14 districts of the state were still affected by the floods, even as water levels in most of the important rivers, including the Brahmaputra, were in a receding trend. The floods have so far claimed 105 lives in 22 districts, while landslides accounted for another 16 casualties in 2 districts. Another short break now. Stay with us.